Hi, I'm Reese, a designer with the Quilted Cow, and today I'm going to show you how to sew together the table topper number 30. But before we get started, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, Rulers, Mats, and Cutters, and the beautiful Wilmington Prints, that fabric I'll be using today. Let's get started. This table topper number 30 is so beautiful. I just love it. You can get this kit on our website, thequiltedcow.com. It comes with all the fabric that you will need and the pattern. Well, let's get started on sewing this table topper. What you're gonna wanna do is cut your fabrics to size. This is all the fabric we will be using today. These are going to be your main pieces, so we're going to set those aside because we're not going to need them right now. Then you're going to take one of your bigger squares and then one of your small squares, and you're going to put them right sides together. Now we're going to draw a line from corner to corner on the fabric. And we're going to sew right on that line. Okay, as you can see, I have sewn down that line. We are going to now press that corner over, and then we're just going to trim off the excess fabric on the back. We're going to trim 1/4 of an inch away from that seam that you just made. Just like that. And if you need to, you can give it another good press so that corner lays down nice and flat. You're going to continue doing that for your other fabrics. So it will be, you have 2 different fabrics. You have a B fabric and a C fabric. And you're going to have one corner will be, my fabric is white. So let's continue doing that on all the rest of those fabrics. Okay, you should have 4 darker squares, and then you should have 4 of your lighter squares here. And we're just going to trim off 1/4 of an inch here on every single square we just sewed. Okay, now that we have trimmed off that extra fabric, we are going to set those aside, and we will bring the iron over and press them open. Okay, we've got all of our squares nice and pressed. So now we're going to put those together. Let's take 2 of each color. We'll set the rest aside for the next block. You want all of your corners to come together like that. So I'm going to sew these 2 together, put those right sides together. I'm going to stitch 1/4 of an inch down this line and 1/4 of an inch down this side. So your block should look like this. Let's go ahead and press those seams open. And this time we're going to press toward the darker fabric. Okay. Then we're going to take our 2 pieces. I want to again put them right sides together. And we will sew 1/4 of an inch down this line. I always like to make sure that my middle pieces are lined up. The seams are, to get a straight stitch. And you can pin or clip these. I'm going to sew them together. Now, as you can see, I have attached both rows together. And once again, let's give that block a good press. You will do that process again for your second block. But we're going to move on to attaching this block to your fabric A main fabric block. This will be the top of your topper. So what you're going to want to do is take this fabric and flip it over right sides together and stitch 1/4 of an inch down this side. All right, as you can see, I have sewn my fabric A block and this block together. Let's give that a good press. And here is the top of your topper. You're going to repeat the process again to get the bottom part of your topper. Okay, here is the bottom piece. Let's rotate that. This is the bottom piece of your topper. We're going to press that one open just like we did that first one. Again, pressing the fabric toward the main piece of fabric. Here we have the top piece of the topper and the bottom piece. We're going to put these right sides together and we will stitch 1/4 of an inch down this side of the fabric. We have the topper pieced together, but let's give it one last press so everything will lay nice and flat. Making sure your seam lays flat. And there you have it. Your table topper number 30 top. If you're quilting it, then you would want to take your fusible batting or cotton batting. Either one works. I just prefer fusible batting. And you will want to lay your topper right side up on top of it. Smooth it out nicely so everything is laying nice and flat. And then we are going to iron that to the fusible batting. If you're using cotton batting, you will not have to press because cotton batting won't need the heat like the fusible batting does to make it stick. You want to make sure you get as close to the edge as you can. There we go, that looks nice. So if you're quilting it, you will want to lay your backing fabric wrong side up. And then you'll want to lay your topper right on top of that. You can pin or stitch all the way around the edges and then quilt as desired. So if you want to quilt it, you can quilt like stitch in the ditch, which is just stitching right in the seams of your blocks. Or you could do diagonal lines. It's really up to you. After you've quilted it, you will want to trim off all of your batting on all sides and your backing, which I have done here. And then you can add your binding, which we do have a binding tutorial on our YouTube channel, or you can look at it on our website. We have turn binding or just regular binding. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can pick up this kit on our website, thequiltedcow.com. Like and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.
Okay, you wicked cool quilters, good job. You made it to the end. We would like to thank our sponsors, Husqvarna Viking Sewing Machines, Creative Grids, rulers, rotary cutters, and mats, and Wilmington Prints for the beautiful fabrics. Thanks for watching.